My name is Claudia Brown Coulter with Brownie Culture. I'm a divorce mediator, and I help you create a customized divorce so that you can uncouple consciously and respectfully. And I'm checking to see if my mic is on. I'm hoping it is. All right. So let's say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from so I can say hello back to you. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and hashtag that replay. Today we're talking about faith and divorce, and I put a question into the video description. And the question is, how has your faith helped you through hard times? So it may be that maybe you've not gone through a divorce, or you're not currently going through a divorce right now, but you're just my friend and you're watching. But we've all had hard times. So I would love to know how your faith has helped you get through hard times, because what you share can help someone else. So if someone else reads the little notation you put below, that can really, really help them. And I asked people to do this in my last video, which was on Monday, about anger. And the tips people are sharing are really, really great of how they help themselves calm down. So if you have some ideas, some things that you've used, some ways that your faith, no matter what faith you are from, whatever your faith has helped you, things that wow. Let's try that again. Just let me know maybe some things about your faith that helped you get through a rough time, because once you grow up, that's when you're like, man, life is hard. A lot of religions, the idea is you just kind of come who you are, come as you are, and whatever God you serve, and as you follow that God, following that God will shape and change the person you are. But what happens with divorce is people get really nervous. They feel, some people say divorce is contagious, so they might not want to associate with you anymore. They may judge you. I actually had a conversation with someone, and she was like, we're really active in our church, and there was no emotional, financial, physical infidelity, but this is just not working anymore, and we've both agreed to it, and I just don't know how people in my church are going to respond. I don't know how to tell them. And there was definitely a legitimate fear of judgment. Are people going to leave me? Are they going to stop associating with me? And you know what? They might. And I can tell you, it hurts. It really, really hurts. A gift of that, and I was actually in a coaching call today, and my coach, Bree, was saying, hey, you know what? Look at the hard things in your life and go back and find the gifts. And one of the gifts of my divorce was really seeing who my real friends were. And they weren't really any of my friends that were really active in religion. Not that they didn't have religion, but they weren't people that I saw when I went to my place of worship. They were people that I worked with, who could look at my face and go, how many times did you reapply your makeup this morning? How much have you been crying today? What's happening now? I got your back. And you need friends like that. So the beauty of this is to know you're going to find out really quickly who your friends are and who they aren't. So for me, one of the ways that my faith has helped me get through a hard time is to not confuse God or the religion with the people who worship. Right? Because those are your fellow worshipers, but that's not who you're worshiping. And so I was able to look and go, okay, these people, they may or may not have flaws, but they may or may not be trying to hurt me right now, but they are. I'm going to work through forgiveness with them, but I'm not going to focus on them. I'm not going to let their attitude towards me change my attitude here. Okay, so that's one of the ways that my faith helped me get through a painful process. I would like to encourage you to find peace in traditions and rituals. Maybe your particular religion has these rituals that maybe you've embraced and you've let go of, or maybe you've never embraced before, and they may bring you some really, really great comfort. So I'm going to tell you a story. It is not my story. I read it on a blog. This is a woman that I know. She is a divorce coach. Her name is Wendy Sterling. Wendy Sterling. She is fabulous. I got the chance to meet her in person before everything shut down. A wonderful lady. And I read a blog post that she did for the Hello Divorce website. In it, oh my gosh, I am not Jewish, and I hope I don't pronounce this wrong, but in it she talked about the closure that she obtained when she got a get. I think it's called a get. So you have to go back and read it. Go to Hello Divorce and Google Wendy Sterling. It's when you, according to her blog, in the Jewish faith, even if you've already gotten a divorce legally, you need to go to the rabbi and get a get. And she said in her article that she had been searching for closure, but she went and got it for her parents because her parents were like, you need to do this. So she went and got it from her parents. And when she went through that religious tradition, it brought her peace and it brought her closure and it brought her freedom. So there are things in the way we worship, whoever we worship, that really can bring us peace. So instead of, shunning your faith during this hard time, find if there's a way to lean into it of how can I find peace in this? And then ultimately, you, and you know what's best for you, and you know what's best for family. And no one was in that marriage. No one, just like you're not in anyone else's marriage. You better not be in anybody else's marriage. Don't get yourself tangled up in there. But just, you're not in anyone else's marriage and they're not in yours. They don't know what it's like to be married to that person for years and years. They don't know the ins and outs. They will never know. And if you worked really hard to not share any business, they don't know any of the bad stuff you went through. So they're not going to know. Only you know, this is what is right for me. This is the best thing for me. I can't do this anymore. It's unconscionable. I need to end this relationship. And then you just do it. You do what's right for you and you do it. It could be that you're doing what's right for you and you realize, I think reconciliation is what's right for us. Great. Do that. That's great. Okay? Only you guys know what's best for you guys. And then my last little tip is, as hard as it may be, it's hard to find a place of worship where you're comfortable in. But if you're no longer comfortable in that place of worship because people are giving you the side eye, they're judging you, they're talking about you, or maybe they've picked sides with your soon-to-be ex, and you're like, I just can't, especially if you don't live in a small town, I can't be here anymore. Go and find a new place of worship. Because you have to do what's right for you. If those worshipers are getting in the way of you connecting with whoever you do worship, whoever your God is, then you're going to need to let them stay over there and you go over here because it is healthier for you because it's not about them anymore. All right. So that's really all I have for you today. Once again, I would love to hear from you about how your faith has helped you through any hard time. And maybe it's not even your faith. Maybe it's like, I don't participate in active religion, but there are these other things that I do that enhance my spirituality, and they have helped me through a hard time. I want to know. Those will help me. Those will help other people who read them. So I cannot wait to read what you've got to say about that. Hold on to your faith. Hold on to your spirituality. If that's something that is near and dear to you, don't let it go because people say you're going to go to hell or wherever. Don't let it go. You know what's best for you. You can do this. All right. I'm Claudia Brown Coulter from Brownie Culture. Have a wonderful day. Stay cool. Look, I'm already oh my God. Stay cool. And I know you can do this. Thanks for watching.